So, if you have bought a Ninja Thirsty machine or a Soda Stream soda maker, I bought one. I go through a lot. I don't drink so much soda, but I drink a lot of sparkling mineral water for my drinks at home, and so I use it to make delicious adult drinks, and I go through them quite a bit. It's a lot better than buying mineral water at the store, which is not terribly expensive, but it's also not terribly cheap, and the convenience of just making your own at home is definitely worth having the machine. So I'm very happy with my Ninja Thirsty machine. But I did run out of this bottle that comes with it rather quickly, so I ended up buying some of these for it's like $35 on eBay. And I know there's a club where you can go and get them refilled. I don't know, I think there's a core charge, or they give you a refund when you send in your bottle, and it might be like $20 or something. So I looked online. I live in California, and there's a guy out in, I think, Pasadena or Long Beach, somewhere, where they refill it for $10 a bottle, $7 a bottle. And I contacted them, and they really didn't get back to me. And so I looked this up on YouTube or something, and some people were doing this themselves. So I bought this bad boy, the tank. I bought a steel one for $30, empty. I went to Air Gas, and they refilled. Well, they gave me a different one. They gave me this one for $50. So that's $80 for 20 pounds. I don't know how long that'll last, but some people say that it'll last you for like 5 years. So that's $80. And then I bought me this on eBay, and I know there's different models of it on eBay, and there's a model where you could connect it directly to your machine. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to have this on my kitchen counter. So I bought this, and this is to refill the bottles yourself. That one was $50 or $40, and so 80 combined, so that's $120. These things are $30, so that gives me about 4 of these. If I buy 4 of these, I buy the entire setup, and theoretically it could last me for years. I'll be back once I hook it up. Okay, so now it's all hooked up. I just tightened that, not too hard. Close the valves, not terribly hard. This has got a valve right here, just like Freon gas. Oh, you even heard it right there. So when you press it, when you press that valve, it goes in and out, just like a Freon canister. That is what activates it, and I can't get it to focus, but there's a screw there. When you dial this in, what that'll do is that'll press on that on this valve here, and it'll allow for gas interchange. So this just screws on there. Not too tight. So I'll screw it on there. And now this activates that valve, so now it's open. And so now what we'll do is we'll open this, make sure that both valves are closed. Open the big tank. So we open the big tank, and then you could hear the gas going in. Now you'll see that should be right at 40, which is where that's supposed to be at. That's all that those little tanks take. That's about half. I can't get it to focus with this damn phone, but it's right there, about half, which is the correct pounds that it's supposed to have. You close the metering valve again. You close your tank. Not the metering valve, this is just the valve. That's not a metering valve. They're both closed. You go ahead and unscrew the valve that opens the can. And you'll see the can's still filled. It does have a stop, so once you fill the stop, don't go past it. You'll see how it's still filled. Screwed. And actually I was supposed to let go of this is the purge that once you fill it up, you're supposed to open this and that'll open that up. I didn't do that, but as you can tell, nothing happened. It was just a little release of air, no big deal. With that being said, that's it. That's all it takes. So once you hook it up, one thing that the air gas employee told me, make sure that this is at an angle. What it is, if it's stood up, the gas is on the top. So when you open the release valve, you only get the gas. When you drop it on its side, since it's a liquid gas, you'll make sure that you get the liquid. Otherwise, you just fill it up with gas and it won't last as long. It'll show that it's full, which is about halfway through, but it won't actually fill with liquid, just gas. And so that you'll go through cans a lot quicker. So once you have it all hooked up, again, I didn't really tighten up too much. Tight enough, but not so much. All the valves are closed. Open up the tank, the big tank a little bit. This is already pressed in, which when you screw this on, there's a valve inside the tank that when you press that valve right here, just like a Freon tank, it allows for the air movement back and forth the tank. So by screwing this thing in, this thing has a screw inside, and so when you screw it in, open it or screw it in, that presses that valve and it allows for air interchange. So now that it's there, everything's hooked up. This is closed. This is closed. I'm going to open this one just a bit. We already have this open. Open it up just a bit. You'll hear it as it's actually filling up the smaller tank. Now the tank's only 400 kilograms pressure, so that's about right. This thing's having a, and I'm not sure on the pounds. I think that sounds 400 grams, I think. Don't quote me on the actual weight, but I know that it's only half of that marking. I'm not great at this, and you don't have to be either. That's just, it's only gonna fill up whatever this tank takes anyways. By unscrewing this valve, you're closing up that valve that allows that air interchange between the tank and the small tank and the big tank. So now that we do that all the way out, make sure nothing's pressed. This theoretically should stay the same because it's no longer doing the air interchange. Now with this one, you're gonna purge the line. And so that purges the line that's here. So that way when you take this off, that's so there won't be any air there. So that's pretty much it. Now this is full. I did those three earlier, and then now you have your tank here. Make sure that this is closed. I'm gonna go ahead and, I probably should have closed it earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one to release that air that was here. So now there's no more, this is closed. There's no more air trapped anywhere. Both valves are open. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and you'll see how much pressure I put on there to put it on. So that's it. You see, it wasn't really, I didn't use brute forcing there. And that's it. So I filled up 3 of these bad boys. So at $30 a piece, $35 a piece, you know, that's $105. I bought this whole setup. I bought the tank, bought this, shipping, everything, filled it. By the way, 20 pounds for 120 bucks. So if I refill one of those bad boys, it pays for itself. And I know I got years and years, or if not, at least months of usage. So if you're thinking about it, crazy easy. And the air gas employee, by the way, told me that, because I looked this up also, if it's 20 pounds or less, because so many people are doing brewing their own beer and whatnot, he said all the 20 pounds and below are food grade. And he did say that the ones that the welders use, the big tanks, sometimes what they'll do is when they're welding, some stuff does go back or whatnot. He said that make sure that when you go out there and you ask for your tank, that you do ask for it to be food grade. He said they automatically, at the store that I went to, and I went at the store, I think in Rancho Cucamonga or Ontario, he said they do it automatically. So he said at their store here in the Inland Empire, they do it themselves. Other than that, I'm gonna store this back up and put this away. And that's it. So now I have my own CO2 filling station for cents on the dollar. All right, good luck.